is Soki Pat from Sing Martial Arts. I got Shihan Gallagher.
Us.
Nice.
What's up, fellas?
So today we're gonna introduce Shihan Gallagher to the world. Shihan, how you doing, man?
Hey, how you doing? No problem. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, good.
Hello, world. How's everybody?
That's what's up. That's what's up. So Shihan, tell everybody a little about yourself.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Well, I'm a native out of Woodhaven, Queens. That's pretty much where I started my martial art journey in 1986. I was around 5. The neighborhood was a war zone, and you had to be able to step out and come home. So my parents were starting to see that I was getting involved with the wrong crowd, and things were happening. Knives were getting pulled on me around 7, and they just kept seeking my martial art training.
Well, no. So that's how you got into the martial arts, like you.
Yes, because the neighborhood was really rough.
Yeah.
And at first I was playing baseball and basketball, but then they saw me get into a few fights, so my father wanted to enroll me. He found Sensei Hernandez in the Circle of One system, which was a student of Felix Vasquez, who is in turn a student of Sensei Ronald Duncan, which I didn't know that at the time.
Right.
But yeah, man, we started training. The training was real. Like
now, how old was you when you started training? Like, what did you?
I was 5 years old when I first
5 years
started.
old.
Yes.
Okay, nice. That's what's up.
Yeah.
I mean, and like, so what when you were doing your training? So what Sensei Hernandez? What did he start teaching you? Like, how did he start off teaching you?
He started off teaching us the basics, but we all took lumps. We all took a lumping. Every time we sparred, a lot of the time it was bare knuckle sparring. And even if we did our okemis or falls, even if we had a mat, it was like falling on the hardwood floor. We did a lot of okemis on the hardwood floor. You put the mat out. You put the mat out, but you feeling the floor through the mat, so it was like pointless having the mat out.
So basically, when you started off, like he just gave you, so you went through all the fundamentals.
Yes.
And then they just built you up for there. And then because when we was with Professor, as time went on, it was that let me see your flow. Let me see your flow. Let me see your flow. Stop thinking by the numbers. Like, yo, you gotta handle business. You gotta handle. That's how he pretty much went with it.
Well, in my case, I believe that when Professor Duncan saw me, he already saw that I already had the basics of what he taught and what he used to teach. And Vasquez and Hernandez did not hold back, even if I was 5. Like, I remember the first time I ukied for Shihan Vasquez at the time. I was a green belt. I forgot how old I was, but he gave it to me as a kid. Like
let me ask you this: were they doing the V on this on you? You know, busting you up for kicks and giggles? Was they doing that? Or?
No, they were just.
It was just the super hardcore.
You know what it was? It reflected the neighborhood. The neighborhood was really tough, and the people who lived in the neighborhood were already geared for that training. So
right.
I guess it was right from the jump.
Right from the jump. All right, that's what's up, man. So I'm guessing. So after that with Hernandez, and as you got what more? Where did you take your martial arts to a whole nother level?
Okay.
When did you kickstart that up?
Okay. Well, I was with Vasquez and Hernandez until I was about 12, 13. Then my parents moved us out of Queens, moved us out to the suburbs in Long Island.
Right.
Now, there was another gentleman that was affiliated, was a student of Vasquez at the time. His name was Ali Alberigo.
Right.
So I didn't want to train in anything else. I wanted to keep what I was already fluent in.
Wait, Long Island, that's Long Island Jiu-Jitsu?
Yes, at the time.
Right.
Well, at the time it was the Long Island Circle of One system, Long Island Ninjutsu Academy.
Okay.
And I wanted to further my training in the same art. And at the time, Ali Alberigo was teaching the Circle of One system, and he was as hardcore as Vasquez and Hernandez at the time. So it was a perfect mesh.
Nice. That's what's up. And you did demos with Alberigo.
I did
You did
demos
demo
with
as well?
Alberigo. I
Felix,
have
right.
earlier demos that I'm trying to get my hands on with
Mhm.
with Sensei Hernandez as well.
Okay, Hernandez too.
Yeah.
Yeah, now Hernandez was under Felix, right?
Yes, he was Felix's top ranking student.
Nice. Oh, that's what's up, man. So so basically you from the school of hard knocks. You came from the very old school training.
Oh, it's Jamaica
Yeah,
Avenue.
Jamaica Avenue.
And the J train above my head.
J train.
Yeah.
The J train. No, that's what's up, man. And tell us, give us. Now I Uki'd a lot too. I took a lot of ass whoopings. Give the people the experience of what's it like to be a Uki. You know
What's
what
it
I mean?
like to be an Uki?
Like what you know, give them
Okay.
like how, like alright, so I gave like me, I took a lot of ass whoopings, but it's constant licks,
Yes.
but it makes you a better practitioner.
Absolutely.
You know, it makes you a lot of things. A lot of people look like, oh my God, you get your ass whooped all the time. Yeah, but you know, we ain't handing it out for free.
Right,
Yeah,
exactly. But that was more, you know, I believe, and I've come to understand that was more of the hard body, the tempering of the body that they were doing. They were making sure that if anything were to happen to us out in the street, it wouldn't phase us. And success, it worked. It definitely worked. And the demos, to be an Uki, you had to be able to work with the Nage, the Torre, the guy that was demonstrating the techniques. Like you couldn't upshow him. You had to make him look good. So you had to kind of somewhat act. But let's not get this twisted. We were really getting hit, and we were really getting thrown.
Yeah, a few times Greg lit me up. You know what I mean? Just remember the Storm Kings? He beat the shit out of me.
That's because you could take it. There's nobody else that could take it.
But you're another hardcore Wookiee too, you know what I mean? Like,
Oh, thank you, man.
you know, you're not a
Thank
hardcore Wookiee. You know, you took some serious punishment. I remember Pat seeing him as a brown belt up at Storm Kings, you know, doing handstands up against the wall.
yeah?
Yeah, I remember that.
Oh, we're going back.
We're going way back, man. Way back. You know, man. You know, but whoever busted you up the most, who gave the serious?
Busted me up the most.
Yeah, whoever gave the serious ass whooping, man.
I would have to say, on a regular, would be Sensei Hernandez.
Hernandez. So you got more to. So that's like with Greg, me Uking for Greg, I got more of the Greg licks. And you got more of the Hernandez licks, you could say? Or you got
I guess by the time that the duration that I had with Sensei Hernandez until I transitioned to Sensei Ali, that I was already primed. Like,
right.
I don't think, maybe it was the same level, but I was so conditioned that I didn't look at it the same. It
Right.
was like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what's up. No.
Because for a while he was doing Ali Alberigo was doing things until he changed the system, and that's when I decided to leave him when he trained under Tony Moore. Actually,
Say, I know about that. Say no more. Let's move on a little more. So, what was the best experience? You know, what was the good times you had out there in martial arts, man? Like,
they were all good. They were all good. Even the bad times.
Well, what was the best seminar? What's the best demo like you ever did?
The best seminar
You know what I mean?
was when I was with Ali Alberigo. I was 14 years old, right? And Sensei Duncan came and did a private, just with like the top students of Ali Alberigo, and I was one of them. Sensei beat me up, kicked my behind with a porcelain coffee mug, and I never forgot that.
Yeah.
I've never had anybody kick my butt like Sensei Duncan with a porcelain coffee mug. And from right then and there, I was like, I have to train with this man at some point.
I remember, Pat, come up here, Pat. Yeah, Pat. I want you to grab the knife and attack me. You know?
But not everybody could uki for him. He only would make sure that you knew how to be an uki, because it saved us from being injured as well. Being an uki, knowing how to be an uki.
Yeah. Next one. When was the time that you really had to use your martial arts?
As early as I was in Queens.
Right. Just in Queens?
Right.
Yeah,
But also, actually I've had to use it throughout my whole life so far.
Well, what's the situation where you really have to get down? You know what I mean? Like you get out of there. Like you
Get down and get out of there.
Yeah, like,
There's a lot. But there was, when I used to bounce,
there you go. Now we talking about.
I used to bounce out east and in Manhattan. I want to say about 16 years ago. He was about as old as my oldest son now.
Yeah.
And I was just I was using people's faces to open up doors, and just putting them in locks every time. Yeah, man. Now, you know. I remember, one in the VIP room one day. I threw this guy out of the door, out of the throw. I just pushed him. I turn around, his chick is throwing haymakers at me. Yo, I had to assault get her. I had to basic sweep her down. She got up and she ran out the door after her man. I didn't have to do nothing else.
Say no more. Say no more.
But that was one that I was surprised because a woman was fighting me like a man.
Yeah.
They're out there. They're out there.
Yeah. Well, now they really out there. Now,
yeah.
That's a whole other topic. How about this? What's the Let me see. Yeah, you ever had like any funny moments in martial arts? You know, I mean, you know, like somebody mess up. You know, like example, like you see the guy putting somebody got dojo cologne on.
Always, it's part of the lifestyle, man. Like, there was times I would come home. I remember one day I got choked out with a Mariki so tight that you could see every link of the chain around my neck.
Right,
I had to go to school the following Monday because that was on a weekend. Right. Yo, guidance counselors, the principal were calling me down. Is everything okay at home? You look like you're being abused. And I started laughing. I was like, nah, I pay for this.
Uki licks, man. It's Uki licks.
Yeah, but.
That's what's up, man. And this deal. So let's talk about, me and you came up as all right, so we're gonna finish up, you know what I mean? So Shihan, what's the positive things you got in martial art? Like how did it help you with your work, your experience in life? Like how did they help you? You know what I mean?
It's a good question, man. I live it, so it's really a lifestyle, but it's helped me to strive to be a better person overall. It's definitely will help with my work ethic. Right. I think all those beatings and everything, it's just that we're so driven. Mm-hmm. And anything that's hard or challenging, I always have the lessons from the martial arts to help me get through those hardships. I always have those echoing in my mind, all those lessons, and it all relates. Yeah. I think, in my opinion.
Now they help you with your mental, they help you with your physical, like help you with your health.
Yes, being able to, when you're enraged, being able to meditate or get yourself out of being enraged, or just being able to be a more master of your emotions, being more control of your body. That's what martial arts teaches you, how to control how to master yourself.
Right, so because the different aspects, you got the traditional, you got the sports martial arts, right. You got the entertainment martial arts, but then you just have the traditional practitioner. You got the practitioner who trains hard like you. You're very, for all the years I've seen you coming up, you train very hard. That's why I asked you, like, how did it help you in your journey? Because it doesn't help you just to entertain people or even help people, but personally, what has it done for you?
Well, first of all, I never really was in the entertaining aspect of it, or the sport. It was always for the street. Right. And I always took that serious, that concept. Even when I was a kid, back to the rough neighborhood where I come from, there was no playing around.
Right.
It was time for business, and I knew that at a young age. So I just adopted it, and it's become my life. Every day I'm doing something. I'm doing something empty hand, or I'm doing something with a weapon, or I'm taking a particular principle or a method or an ideology, and I expand on it, and I try to be creative and put my own to it, or keep it how it is. I try to experiment with things.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Well, hey, now you got everybody, Shihan Gallagher. Thank you for coming down.
My pleasure.
You know what I mean?
Anytime.
And I'll probably, be back here down again. So
we'll do it.